Good morning, Hillendale. It's great to see you.
Good morning.
That was pretty good. This is only our second assembly after all. It is lovely to see you here with us today. At this time, as we welcome you all to our annual Veterans Day Assembly, we are going to witness the raising of our American flag by 5th graders Benton DeTore, Kitra Edelstein, Grant Fury, and Kate Ung. Let's watch as the flag is raised. Beautiful. Hillendale, please rise in your place. And with your right hand, good luck with that, kindergarten, first grade. With your right hand over your heart, please join me in our Pledge of Allegiance. All right, right hand over your heart, eyes on the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Great job, boys and girls. You did that so well, it sounds like not only do you watch HETV every day, but it sounds like you went to school here all year last year, which you didn't. So wow, really great job. To our Hillendale Huskies, it is absolutely wonderful to see you all assembled before us today as we come together as a school community to honor our veterans and our extended Hillendale family. As a teacher first before principal, I'd like to take a few moments at the beginning of our assembly to teach our kids a little bit about the history of Veterans Day. So every year today, November 11th, people in the United States celebrate the holiday that we now refer to as Veterans Day. Veterans are people who have served honorably in the U.S. military, including our Army, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guards. I bet you guys have heard of those groups before. Although originally called Armistice Day in honor of veterans who fought in World War I, Veterans Day has been celebrated in our country since 1919, 100 years. And became recognized as a national holiday in 1938. So why do we celebrate Veterans Day at an elementary school? None of you are veterans yet. Well, Veterans Day is an extremely important time each year in which kids and adults can stop, reflect, and thank the veterans in their lives for the service they've given to their country and the highest quality example of volunteering and selflessness that they provide for all of us, and all of us as kids. It's through our veterans' efforts that we have the freedom that we have to live in our great country and enjoy coming to school together each day to learn and look forward to a life full of our own individual and communal pursuits of happiness. Our veterans are public servants of the highest order and an absolute asset to our community that we, as a school, want to celebrate. Hillendale Huskies, someday, many years from now, you will walk across the stage at Unionville High School on your graduation night. You will all go on to do many, many, many incredible things down many different paths. Many of you might want to join the military. Look to the veterans here before you as terrific examples as to what your life could look like if you decide to join the military. We talk often in our classrooms at Hillendale about being respectful, being responsible, being safe. There's no better real-life example of these important qualities than in our veterans. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your service and for being here today. All right, at this time, we will enjoy a rendition of our national anthem performed by members of our strings ensemble, Grace Du, Leo He, Kate Ung, Oliver Reedy, Solomon Schnaff, and Luke Zhao, accompanied by their teacher, Mrs. Eichmann. Let's quietly watch and enjoy. Wow, that was good. They're really good at that. They must practice a lot. Thank you, Mrs. Eichmann, and all your students for that beautiful performance. You really did a great job. Speaking of performances, several weeks ago, our 5th grade teachers posed a challenge to their students to craft an essay about what the American flag means to them, to be shared at our annual Veterans Day Assembly. The following 3 students were selected by their peers as representatives of their classes to share a few words with you all today. Please welcome Lydia Grebe, Grace Du, and Oliver Reedy.
Mr. Ricky's class American flag essay. Our essay was written by our entire class as a collaborative effort. The American flag isn't just a piece of cloth with lines and stars on it. To us, it is worth so much more than that. Red, white, and blue are the colors of our country. However, we think the flag also represents bravery and courage, sacrifice, and honor. The American flag is a phenomenal symbol that stands for our nation, and you veterans have continued to keep our flag flying. Bravery and courage represent our country and all the veterans that have served or are serving our country. Dedication, resilience, and fearlessness is what bravery and courage means to us. Dedication means to never give up and try even when it's hard. You served for us. You fought for us. You risked your own freedom so we can have a better future. If you weren't so brave, we wouldn't have the life we have today. Resilience means to stay strong. You veterans have stood strong for us, even if you kept falling. You kept fighting for our future, and that is what makes you a great leader. All you veterans have fearlessly fought for us. You served our country, and that is what a real hero is. The American flag means sacrifice. One example that shows sacrifice is participation. When soldiers go off to different parts of the world, they don't give up. They fight. They never cower away because when they sign up, they are ready to protect. Sacrifice also means safety. You veterans have put your lives before ours and made sure we were all safe and secure. Sacrifice also means time. You soldiers used your time to protect. Even if they could be with their families, they chose to protect us. So we need to honor them for doing this brave deed. The American flag means many more things than just sacrifice. Thank you, veterans. I'm not done yet. The American flag represents honor in many ways. Sacrifice, determination, and respect are all part of honor. Your honor. You represent us. Firstly, your sacrifices are what keep us healthy, safe, and strong. We need your sacrifices. Secondly, your determination is what keeps you going. You keep us going. Your determination courses through us, and you inspire us to see our way through hard situations, even if they aren't life-threatening. Just like you do, we need your determination. Lastly, your respect. Respect for fallen friends, fallen enemies, respect for those who do the right things and those who make their way through tough and trying times. We thank you for your sacrifice, determination, respect, and love for your nation. Thank you, veterans, for your honor. The American flag is a part of us, the beating heart of our country, and without you, it wouldn't be flying today. That special piece of cloth represents bravery and courage, sacrifice, and honor. Representing our country's past, present, and future, thank you, veterans, for maintaining the flag's importance and for serving our country. What does the American flag mean to me? The American flag means different things to me because of the colors I honor, how it's made, and the history behind it. The colors of the flag mean a lot to me. The color red represents the determination of the about 1.3 million people who lost their lives over the years to make our country free. The color white stands for the peace our country tries to maintain. Lastly, the color blue represents the freedom we gained over time. The American flag also means a lot to me because of how it's made. The 13 stripes of white and red stand for all the people from the original 13 colonies who gave their life hoping for freedom and peace. While the white stars with the blue background mean to me that peace sparkles with freedom in this great country. The last thing the American flag means to me is the history behind it. It was believed to be made by Betsy Ross. She sewed uniforms and tents for America, and she made the American flag to show that the USA is now a free country. She also had revised the design of the flag, suggesting the 5-point stars rather than the 6-point stars that Washington originally chose. The American flag means a lot to me because of how it's made, the colors that I honor, and the history behind it. I hope you see what the American flag means to me. What Our Country's Flag Means to Me by Oliver Reedy. The American flag. This symbol is everywhere. Our homes, public places, and even the moon. These places all bear this glowing piece of cloth. Like a snowflake, it symbolizes something different to every person. To me, the flag conveys freedom, unity, and surprisingly the opposite. Divisiveness. One of the main reasons I think the flag represents freedom is because it was created over fighting for our rights and justice. On the day of July 4th, 1776, America declared independence from England. With this, a new flag had to be created, but war had sprung. So we, so to speak, in many ways, had to fight for the flag, and we still do today. Secondly, one of the most important reasons the flag represents unity is because 13 colonies came together. Originally, each star on the flag represented one colony, whereas today the flag has 50 stars representing the states and 13 stripes represent the founding colonies. Before the flag and the colonies came together, they were individually governed, but with similar concerns and interests. One was that they disliked King George III because of their inability to speak for their rights, which ended up in the unification of these like-minded people. We celebrate this today by remembering that a lot of American citizens are from different countries and cultures, but are happy to be here in America. And in the Pledge of Allegiance, that we proudly say every day, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Lastly, and unfortunately, I think the flag represents divisiveness is because every citizen has different opinions, which can cause disagreements. For our most recent example, and a part of history us elementary students will remember, was during the election for president. Everyone has the right to vote and luckily has a choice. However, some people disagree with others' opinions, and my hope for the future is that it can be done peacefully. In conclusion, the American flag means different ideals to each and every one of us, from your teacher here at Hillendale, your best friend down the street, or even the person on the bus who is coughing on you. Yes, even them. Each of these three reasons are stitched into the woven fabric of our flag and bonded with peace and harmony.
Wow, give them a round of applause. They did a great job. On behalf of all your teachers and our students, thank you, Lydia, Grace, and Oliver, for your beautiful and inspiring words. You are truly wise beyond your years and much better at this than me. Wow, you guys are great. Before we recognize our Hillendale veterans and their service to our country individually, please enjoy a rendition of Yankee Doodle, a well-known American song and nursery rhyme often sang and played patriotically in the U.S. today, performed by Mrs. Eichmann and her students' string ensemble. Great job. That song always puts a little pep in my Veterans Day step. At this time, we will celebrate a Hillendale tradition of honoring our veterans by asking them to rise as a family when called upon. After each veteran's name and history of service are called, our students will present their veteran with a small gift in token of our appreciation for your service to our country and the high-quality example that you all provide for all of us as educators and all of us as students. Will the family of Brian Barnett please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor Brian Barnett, proud member of the U.S. Army, serving from 1997 to 2007, father of Cole and Bridget Barnett and Mrs. O'Neill and Mrs. Warner's class, respectively. Please give Brian Barnett and his family a round of applause. Thank you for your service. Next, we'll honor the family of Edward Everett. Please rise together to be recognized. Today we honor Edward Everett, proud member of the U.S. Army, serving from 1969 to 1971, grandfather of Daniel O'Neill and Mrs. Callinan's class. Please join me in applause and appreciation for Mr. Everett. Thank you. Will the family of Jim Fuga please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor Jim Fuga, proud member of the U.S. Navy, serving for 4 years, grandfather of Annalise DeRocco and Mrs. Whitelock's class. Please join me in applause and appreciation for Mr. Fuga. Will the family of Troy Humphreys please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor Troy Humphreys, proud member of the U.S. Marines, serving from 1988 to 1992, father of Owen Humphreys and Mr. Ricky's class. Thank you for your service. Will the family of Frank Kiernan please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor Frank Kiernan, proud member of the U.S. Air Force, serving from 1964 to 1968, grandpa of Kiernan Blackburn in Mrs. Callinan's class. Thank you very much for your service. Will the family of Amy Nutter please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor Amy Nutter, proud member of the U.S. Army, serving 2 years in active service and 4 years in the Army Reserves, mother of Henry and Johnny Nutter in Mr. Ricky and Miss Marchetto's classes, respectively. Thank you for your service. Will the family of Dan O'Kane please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor Dan O'Kane, proud member of the U.S. Navy Submarine Force, serving from 1967 to 1971. Pop-up of Logan and Evan Pogorski and Mrs. Whitelock and Mrs. Gutting's classes. Thank you for your service. Will the family of William Soule please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor William Soule, proud member of the U.S. Navy, serving for 26 years. Grandfather of William Soule and Mrs. Eisenhower's class. Thank you so much for your service. Will the family of Blair Gibbons please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor Blair Gibbons, proud member of the U.S. Air Force, serving from 1995 to 1999, father of Maggie and Patrick Gibbons in Mrs. Warner and Miss Ricky's classes, respectively. Thank you so much for your service. Will the family of Mike Nyman please rise together to be recognized? Today we honor Mike Nyman, proud grandfather of Ella Nyman and member of the U.S. Navy from 1959 to 1963. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you to all our veterans for coming today and just giving us a terrific example for all our kids. Next, please join me in silently, boys and girls, listening to our instrumental music teacher, Mr. Fegley, play our bugle call, taps, as a way of paying tribute to the fallen soldiers in our extended Hillendale family and beyond who have passed and are with us today in spirit. Thank you again, Mr. Fegley, for that moving performance. To conclude our ceremonies today, I have a few thank yous to share. First, thank you to our students, our Huskies. who've been so quiet, kind, and respectful through our whole ceremony. Feel free to clap for yourselves and even pat yourselves on the back a little bit. Great job. For some of us, this is only our second assembly ever. Actually, for many of us. Thank you to Mr. Ricky, Miss Amstutz, Mrs. Ely, Mr. Picard, Mr. Fegley, Mrs. Eichmann, all our Hillendale grade chairs, members of our facilities team, and Mrs. Walter, who were instrumental in ensuring that we were able to honor our veterans in person today in a way that was safe and preserves a little bit of fun and reconnection between our kids and our families. Thank you. Clap it up for that group. Most of all, though, we need to thank our veterans one more time for serving our country and for being tremendous role models for all us Huskies. If I've learned one thing so far as your proud principal, Huskies, it's that I'm certain that you know how to be nice and loud when you need to be. So I'm going to count down from 3. When I get to 0, I want our veterans to hear your loudest possible thank you with a big Hillendale cheer afterward, too. 3, 2, 1. Thank you! Thank you. Wow, you guys are loud. Woo. You should hear the buses. All right, that concludes our assembly today. Thank you again to our veterans for coming.